Hey guys, I want to welcome you to another episode of the August Moon Podcast. And today I wanted to talk to you about a few things. And that is how to increase your energy naturally. Now, I know a lot of people, they're drinking a lot of caffeine, they're taking energy drinks, and they feel like they're just dragging all day. And because they've done this, when they try to use something natural, they're claiming it's not helping because they're expecting this huge caffeine rush. And that is not what your body is needing. What's actually happening is when you're drinking all this caffeine, you're pumping adrenaline out of your body. Now, your adrenal glands, they produce the adrenaline and they sit above your kidneys. A lot of times you'll start to feel like you have kidney pain, and that's because your adrenals are out or overstimulated from caffeine and stuff like that. So I have created a list of several things that you can do today that will start to bring your energy up. Now, the first one is to start drinking more water. Now, they used to say drink 8 glasses of water. You need to be drinking at least 10 or more glasses, and if you're active, you need to be drinking way more than that. And if you do anything like drink coffee, caffeinated beverages, soda, anything that's not water, you should be drinking at least a cup of water for each one of those that you consume, and sometimes even 2. So this is very important. And dehydration is a huge problem, and there is a group of people that are walking around with kidney problems and permanent damage from not drinking enough water. The kidneys need that to flush out the toxins and to function properly, and it's our responsibility to give it to our body. Now, eliminate the caffeine is your biggest challenge. You may like coffee and you may like tea and you may like things like that, but my suggestion is to drink no more than 2 caffeinated beverages total the whole day, and try to get yourself down to 1. If you can do that, I guarantee that your sleeping is going to improve. You're going to start to have more energy over time. In the beginning, you may feel like you don't have the energy, but I'm telling you, in a very short period of time, you will have the energy. The next thing I recommend is that you start drinking lemon water. Lemon water actually has things like vitamin C and other components in it, minerals and potassium, that help you actually have more energy. And it also helps hydrate your body better. It helps flush the kidneys, and it's just really, really important. The next thing on my list is something that most people are not doing enough of, and that is to start eating your fruits and vegetables. And I highly, highly recommend that you're eating organic fruits and vegetables, because, for instance, there's some fruits out there like strawberries where they spray over 400 pounds or more per acre of strawberries, and that is then being sent to the grocery store or market, and we're consuming it and expecting to stay healthy. And some of these chemicals in pesticides, they're actually banned in Europe because they have been declared huge toxins, cancer causing, hormone disrupting, and leading to a whole host of other health conditions. So it's very important that you eat organic whenever possible. And the average person is not getting the 5 to 7 servings of fruits and vegetables, and they've actually done studies and found that most people, the vegetables and the fruit that they're eating is potatoes, and it's the most consumed of all the vegetables. So eat a wide variety Try to choose stuff with more color, and you're going to notice your energy going up. And a few things that I do recommend for energy are mixed berries, like organic blueberries, organic strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, things like that, that really helps your energy. They're packed with vitamins and nutrients that just help you and keep your body optimal. And they're packed with fiber as well, which keeps your intestines functioning correctly, especially if you're staying hydrated. So make this a priority, and I honestly recommend that you actually make a list where you can kind of cross off when you've eaten fruits and vegetables or what you've had, just to kind of keep track, because it gets kind of hard to remember to take all the fruits and vegetables that you need. Now, you probably have heard about this, or some of you have, and that is medicinal mushrooms. Now, they're growing in popularity, and there are a few mushrooms that are actually known to not only help with mental energy and brain, like memory and things like that, and they're also known to help with physical energy. And I'm going to mention a few of these. The first one is lion's mane. Lion's mane, I actually buy it in the refrigerated section with the other mushrooms at the grocery store where I shop. They have it there frequently. And I just use it like I would a portobello mushroom, cut it up into pieces, and I throw it in everything from a quesadilla, saute it with other vegetables. I'll eat it with chicken, sauteed and stuff like that. And you can actually take it and mix it in your smoothies. You can also buy any of these in capsule and tincture form. Tincture is liquid form at any quality health food store or nutritional supplement store. So, lion's mane. The next one is reishi mushrooms. And the last one I'm going to mention is cordyceps. Now, if you get lion's mane, reishi, and cordyceps, those are a powerhouse, packed with polysaccharides and nutrients that can help build stamina over time, help you feel higher energy, and feel healthier. So I highly recommend that you do mushrooms. And one thing that's growing in popularity also is there are several coffee brands that actually are mixing mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms, with their coffee. And people that I know, and including myself, you don't get the same crash. It's not quite, doesn't feel quite as acidic on your body, because coffee tends to be quite acidic. And it kind of helps make it so that you kind of have more of an even effect instead of this huge rise and then the crash. And then you're addicted, and then if you don't drink enough caffeine, then you have a huge headache when you're trying to quit, and it just turns into this compounding issue, and this kind of helps with that. Now, you may not think about this, but it is important that you occasionally, maybe not every day, but occasionally give yourself permission to take a nap for at least 30 minutes. This will allow your body, your mind, and your energy just to have a reset for a little while. And there are some very famous people that would work on very complex projects, and to come up with the formulations or whatever they did, they would actually go and take a nap, and then when they woke up, it was like the answer came to them. And one of those people was Thomas Edison. When he was working on an invention or a project, he would actually go take a nap and wake up, and it was like the ideas just flowed. Einstein also did that. And, it really, really did help him come up with a lot of his work. And Nikola Tesla whatever, he ended up doing that as well. And he was able to come up with a lot of things and inventions that have since been removed from the market and hidden because our government and world leaders and corporations do not want this technology out. One of which I'll just mention is the ability to transmit electricity miles and miles without any wires. And there's actually the ability to do that, and he has a patent for it, but that has been suppressed. So taking a nap is very important. Now, if you nap too long, it can have the reverse effect and you can wake up more groggy. But about a 30-40 minute nap, perfect. And this is also another thing you may not have thought of, the next thing on my list, but do fun things in your life every day. Make it a goal that you're going to do at least 1 to 2 things that you find fun every day. Now, we all have things that we have to do, such as go to work. We're usually working jobs that we don't 100% love, but we like the money that it provides and the lifestyle maybe. And the next thing is that you may not be aware of, the emotional cause or reason for being fatigued is not enjoying what you're doing in life. And a lot of people, because they're working jobs they don't love, and they're doing tasks they don't enjoy, they are dragging and tired all day. And so if you start to incorporate fun activities in your life, it's going to turn things around for you. And one suggestion that I have is to make a little list. Keep like a little notebook that you can actually keep track of things that you find fun. Now, I know I'm acting a little fatigued, but I am one of these people that needs to be incorporating these myself, and I hope that I'm able to give you this information that can actually help you and myself as well. So there is an herb that can balance your adrenal gland, which sits above your kidneys. And this herb, because when you're drinking in a lot of caffeine, you're eating processed food, you're eating white flour, you're having a lot of sugar and soda and artificial sweeteners, it strains your adrenal gland, and it starts pumping out a lot of adrenaline. And too much adrenaline, it spikes your blood pressure. It is responsible for the flight and fight response in your body. And you do need healthy levels of adrenaline in order to have proper amounts of energy. So if these are overworked, your adrenals, you're just not going to be able to have the proper energy you need. Now, the herb that I recommend is one called rhodiola. And rhodiola is an herb you can buy in capsule form, or you can buy it in a liquid tincture at any nutritional supplement health food store. And it's really good. It's almost like food for your adrenal glands. And it's really good at balancing them out so that they function at their highest energy. And I'm also going to mention one other herb, and that is American ginseng. You may not have heard of it. You may have heard of ginseng, and you may think of Asians and Chinese people and other people of Asian descent that take ginseng. But I'm here to tell you that in North America, there's a form of ginseng called American ginseng, and it's very, very potent at helping you with physical energy. And I also recommend that you either get that in a liquid tincture or capsule form and start taking that if you want to balance your energy levels out along with your adrenal gland. And then I would recommend that you start making a plan to exercise and make it a goal to do it 4 to 5 days a week. Exercise is so important that they've actually shown that if you sit for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours and you go to the gym after work or before and you go and work out 2, 3, 4 hours, it still doesn't make up for the fact that you sat. The damage that it does to your organs and to your body. So exercise is very important. And they've also done studies and found one of the only ways to ward off dementia currently is to be exercising where you do cardio for a minimum of 30 minutes 3 times a week. And this has been shown to really enhance brain health. And brain health, brain energy, your thoughts will be better, your ability to process things will be easier and stuff like that. And the rest of your body will just be functioning. It helps with blood pressure, it helps keep your weight appropriate, it helps get oxygen flowing through your body. Low oxygen levels, not breathing deeply enough, and having the heart pump correctly can lead to you feeling fatigued, and you may not know this. You might think, oh, I'm just generally tired, but it could be you're not exercising enough. Even if you were to go out, give yourself a walk every day, and say, I'm going to just give myself a walk, it's going to do a world of wonder for you. The next thing is to start consuming less sugar. And with less sugar, I am not talking about now switching to artificial sweeteners, aspartame, sucralose, and a whole host of others that you can take that the World Health Organization has come out and said most of those cause cancer. A lot of them actually lead to you having a higher risk of getting Parkinson's and multiple sclerosis, and they've even shown that some of them actually increase your chance of having a stroke and a heart attack. So it's not healthy, and people that use diet sodas and artificial sweeteners actually are at more risk of developing diabetes, not less. And so it backfires. So I recommend, if you're going to use a natural sweetener besides something like maybe just a little teeny bit of maple syrup, a little bit of real sugar, or agave syrup, which all are sweeteners and good to add to your food and anything you want sweet in very small quantities, I recommend getting yourself some stevia. And when you buy stevia, you want to make sure it does not contain any extra ingredients like sucralose, because sucralose is not healthy for you. And the next thing I'm going to recommend is that you're getting more protein. Protein, if you're not getting enough, your body needs it in order to repair muscle, to give you energy, and your body loves to pull in the protein, the amino acids that make up the protein, into your body very, very easily. And it would prefer that first, and then the carbs second. So if you start eating more protein, this can drastically help you have more energy. And this leads into the next thing I'm recommending, which is nutritional yeast. You may not have heard of it. It's actually dead cells of yeast that are not active. They're not going to give you yeast infections. They're not going to give you candida or anything like that, or thrush. And what nutritional yeast is really high in is protein. Vegan protein. And it is also really high in several minerals and all the B vitamins, including B12. And you can be deficient in B vitamins and B12 that can contribute to you having fatigue because you're not producing enough red blood cells, which oxygenate the body and help you with energy. the last thing I'm going to recommend is that you get better sleep. And I recommend that you try my product, which I have formulated, and it's called the August Moon Sleep Support. Many of you already know about it, but I have worked very hard to make sure that it is one of the best sleep supplements on the market. And it's got all organic ingredients except for the minerals, which can't be classified as organic by the FDA. And it's got ingredients like passion flower and skullcap, and it's got magnesium in it, and it's just really, really good at helping you sleep at night. And one thing that I've done, which a lot of people don't know, is less melatonin is actually more potent for you, and a lot of people feel like melatonin either didn't help them or it caused them negative side effects. And I am here to tell you that taking less is actually more, and I've actually added just a small amount of melatonin so that you get the best sleep you can. I've also designed it so that you can start by taking one pill, and if you feel like that's not strong enough, go up to 2, and if you feel like you're waking up still fatigued or anything like that, you can always cut it back to 1. Another thing that I've done with my sleep product is I have worked to solve the 2 most common reasons for not getting sleep and inability to stay asleep. So that is, you can't turn off your mind, that's 1, and 2, I have people that wake up between 2 and 3 in the morning all the time, and then they can't go back to sleep for a few hours. There is a chart you can look up. It's called the Chinese biological clock, and what it is every 20. If you think of like a clock, every 24-hour period, every 2 hours, there is a organ system that is most active, and the organs that are most active between 2 and 4 in the morning is your liver. And a lot of people, their liver, because it's activated and the energy is being sent to it, it's starting to work overtime to kind of cleanse everything you've taken from the day, from toxins in your food, pesticides, the sugars, the prescription drugs you might have taken, and anything else that you've done. Your liver has to process that. And so a lot of people, they wake up and they don't realize it's their liver. If you're interested, you can actually just go to Google and look up Chinese biological clock, and then click on the images, and you'll actually get a chart, several of them, that'll actually show you every 2-hour period throughout the 24-hour period and what organ is most active and being sent the most energy. So if you're interested in getting better sleep and you'd like to check out my product, feel free to go to my website, august-moon.com, and get yourself a bottle, and I guarantee that you're going to really enjoy the sleep that you get and have a better time in life where you're going to wake up with more energy. Because one thing that is happening currently is the average person is not getting enough sleep, and they've actually shown that people are actually being less productive. It's a danger on roads where people are driving fatigued, and it's harder to stay calm and peaceful throughout your day if you're not getting enough sleep. So sleep is one of the most important things you can do. And also, there are studies that show that 1 sleepless night as an adult actually drastically puts amyloid plaque in your brain, which is responsible for creating things like dementia and Alzheimer's. So if you're getting enough sleep, you can help prevent the amyloid plaque from building up and prevent yourself from being more likely to fly off the handle and not feeling good throughout your day, and you will end up having more energy. So I hope that you found this stuff enlightening, and uh, if you have any questions or comments about what I've talked about, I know I kind of rushed through these, but um, each one of these things that I mentioned is extremely important in order to help you not have fatigue. I'm briefly going to mention them all in closing, and the first one is drink more water. 2, eliminate caffeine, cut back at all cost. I'm not saying get rid of it completely, but drastically go down to 1, maximum 2 caffeinated beverages per day. And if you're extremely sensitive, I would keep it at 1 or 0. And the next thing is to drink lemon water. 4, eat your fruits and vegetables, and make sure you're sticking with organic fruits and vegetables. And the 5th thing is to consume medicinal mushrooms, specifically lion's mane, reishi, and cordyceps. They're all 3 known to really boost both brain energy and physical stamina and energy throughout your body naturally. Give yourself permission to take a nap occasionally for 30 to 40 minutes. That could give your body a reset that you may need, and sometimes it's nice just to take a break. 7, do things you find fun every day. 1 to 2 activities you find to be fun every day. And the emotion that causes fatigue is not enjoying what you're doing in life. So if you're having more fun in your life, you're going to start enjoying your life more, and you're going to start having less fatigue. The next thing, number 8, is to take 2 different herbs. One is rhodiola, which is an herb that balances the adrenal gland out, which you need healthy levels of adrenaline to have energy. And when they're overworked and overstimulated, that's when you have a problem, and it can lead to fatigue and stress and panic and a whole bunch of stuff. The next thing is American ginseng. It contains compounds in there that help with physical stamina and energy throughout the body. And the longer you take it, the more benefit they've shown that you actually get from it. And then making sure you're exercising 4 to 5 days a week for a minimum of 30 minutes per day. And you can possibly even do longer, because it really has been proven that exercise drastically helps the body. The next thing is to eat less sugar and not switch to artificial sugars. It's better to have less of the natural sugars than to switch to the artificial sweeteners, which have a whole host of side effects that I've previously mentioned. Next, number 11 is to get more protein, which leads to number 12, which is take nutritional yeast, which you can find in a lot of grocery stores in the baking aisle. You can find it at health food stores, in the supplement area of the store, and it tastes really good. It tastes like cheese, really good cheese, and I like to sprinkle it on popcorn with coconut oil and a little bit of real salt, which is a type of salt that comes from the Great Salt Lake, and it's called real salt, and it's got all the minerals still on it, so it doesn't cause you to have your blood pressure go up like normal table salt. And I add it to yogurt. You can bake with it. You can even mix it in water. Sometimes I do that throughout the day. I'll take a dose before or after the gym, or if I feel like I just haven't had enough. And as a good source of B vitamins and several really important minerals. And 13 is to get better sleep. And if you'd like to know about my sleep product, August Moon Sleep Support, check it out at august-moon.com. Now that I've talked about all these, and giving you a little synopsis of how to get yourself to have more energy. I hope that you try these out and see if incorporating several of these into your life doesn't drastically start to help you feel higher energy. And you won't need to reach for energy drinks and caffeine anymore, and you're just going to start feeling better and better each day. So I'm going to leave it at that. But if you have any questions or comments about what I've talked about today, or you have any health or nutritional supplement questions that you would like me to discuss, or questions that you'd like me to answer about them, please feel free to contact me at contact at august-moon.com. That again is contact at august-moon.com. And I look forward to chatting with you in the next episode of the August Moon Podcast.